let me share a little bit, perhaps, about you. This is my mirror, so we're shining a light. What about you? Why are you here? Well, my guess, and I expect it's a good guess, is that you're in some sort of pain. Back, neck, shoulder, hip. These are the common ones that I come across. The pain that you are experiencing is probably not the only issue that's going on in your body. So if you're having some shoulder issues, it's probably not just a shoulder issue that we need to be looking at. So same with a knee injury, very often it's a pelvic issue or it's a core issue. So there's a chance you're in pain, but there's a really good chance that that pain is affecting your life or becoming quite debilitating. So maybe it is reducing your energy. It's making you feel like you can't do anything, like you just don't have the energy to do anything, whether that's socially, work-wise. It's exhausting. I had someone say to me last week, all she wants to do is spend her days in water, sitting in a bath, because it's the only time when she gets the respite from the pain. So anything other than that, any other time with family, just kind of takes a second place. Maybe it's affecting your enjoyment of life. Maybe you're not doing the things that you want to do through fear of the pain getting worse, fear of causing more issues, fear of the flare-ups. You know, you can't book a holiday because you just don't know what your back's going to be like. That's a really common one. Maybe it's affecting your work. This is a big one, and this is quite tailored to today's session. Maybe you're running a team and you just can't build that morale. You know, you haven't got the energy. Or maybe it's just blimmin' painful. You know, you're sitting at a day. Alana, yeah, definitely scared of the flare-ups. Yes, absolutely. Those flare-ups, when are they going to come? When's this going to start being another issue? You know, it gets bad and then it gets better a bit, and you kind of forget about it a little bit, and then it gets bad again, and you can't live a life like that because you can't plan anything. So Alana, I definitely hear you there. But also from a work perspective, do you go for that job? Can you do that job? You don't know, because you don't know what your back's going to be like. Can you book a work trip away? Don't know, because I don't know whether my neck's going to be able to hold up. You might have an important meeting, and that morning you can't get out of bed because your back's gone. None of this stuff is good, and none of it is what we want. You know, we're at the best point of our lives. We are in our midlife, our best life. So Justine, yeah, it's constantly there, draining my energy and distracting me from work. And this is the other thing, it's distracting. Oh my goodness, it becomes like a fog. You can't think of anything else, and it gets worse and worse and worse, and it becomes more and more of a problem. And it's making your life harder. You know, no one needs something to make their life harder. Life is hard already, but we want those bits of joy that make it worthwhile, and that can be really tricky when you're kind of in this circle of pain. So maybe you're looking for some help, maybe you're just looking for some tweaks. Either way, you're in the right place. I'm going to share with you some messages I've had. So this was Judith. I'm hating how my desk job is making me feel. I'm struggling to find time to exercise or even know what exercise to do to make it any better. It feels like a steep hill to climb because I know I need to work on every part of me. This is where Pilates is so amazing. It's holistic. It's mind body. We're not working. You're not going to come to me for a shoulder pain and that's all I'm going to work on. I'm going to be working on everything. So it's all encompassing. It's full body. It's holistic. And I don't really like the word holistic because I think it makes it sound wooey. Pilates is rooted in science. It's rooted in anatomy. So working on every part of me can feel like a steep hill, yeah, because you go to the physio and the physio says, what do you want? What's your problem? Shoulder? Right, let's work on shoulder. And that's it. You get sent away with a load of shoulder exercises. It's not sustainable. Your physio is there to get you out of acute pain, and they do an incredible job at that. But to maintain that reduction in pain, we need to embark on a strengthening, mobilizing routine. So I'm just going back to the chat. Yes, that's exactly how you feel, Justin. Yeah, I get it. Oh, I can relate to that comment. Yes, Sally, it was a good one. When I got that, I screenshot it straight away. This one is, I can't remember who this one's from, Karen. To be free of pain and to move more easily. So Karen's in my pain reset course. this is one of the things that she said that she was her goal for the course, to move more flexibly and be able to exercise as I wish, not just when I'm able to know that if I exercise today, I won't be in more pain tomorrow, to be able to sleep better and not wake through the night because of pain. I'd like to be able to clean my home without needing help. So it's that real practical stuff. But also a few things in here: sleep better. Most people I speak to say they are exhausted. They're exhausted by the pain, and yet they can't sleep. They're in this cycle, perpetual cycle of not being able to get past that. Exercise. So many people I know who have had to stop the exercise they love. So many of my members aren't able to run anymore, aren't able to do horse riding anymore. That was one that came up last week. Cycling, walking even. I have a member who based her entire retirement on the fact that she wanted to go on walking holidays, and she can't, because she can't get herself fit enough to be able to do it without the pain. So the exercise is a big one. Yeah, wow, so me. Yeah, these are really relevant, I think. This one is Alison. I'm afraid that if I don't do something about it, things will progress to the point where the pain is unbearable throughout my whole body all the time. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but the pain isn't going anywhere. If it's there now, it's going to be there in a year's time. It's going to be there in 5 years' time. It's not going anywhere. The good news is that the fix is not a huge struggle. So if it's there now, it doesn't have to be there. You know, this isn't something that isn't reversible. But yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. And also it becomes harder to treat the longer you leave it. So the more this shoulder becomes a problem, the more this side of your pelvis is going to become a problem, this knee, and you're going to feel then like Judith did, that you don't know where to start, because it's everything. It's then becoming a headspace thing. It's depression, it's anxiety, it's tension. It's a cycle. Yeah, I worry about dropping something because I might not be able to pick it back up. God, that reminds me of when I was heavily pregnant. I had to do 20 weeks of bed rest during my pregnancy, and I got really good at picking things up with my toes. God, it's amazing what the human body can do.